Why in 2026 men can't be loyal. They say loyalty still exists. They say real men are still out there. They say love is still pure. They say commitment still means something. But look around. In 2026, loyalty is not disappearing because men are evil. It is disappearing because the world is changing faster than character can keep up. This is not a story about hatred. This is a story about pressure, temptation, ego, loneliness, and the quiet war happening inside the modern man. The age of infinite temptation. In 2026, temptation is no longer rare. It lives in your pocket. A man can wake up, open his phone, and see more women in 5 minutes than his grandfather saw in a lifetime. Perfect faces, perfect bodies, perfect filters, perfect lies. One swipe replaces effort. One DM replaces commitment. One late-night conversation replaces years of trust. The brain is addicted to novelty. It craves something new, something exciting, something different. But loyalty is built on discipline, and discipline is not trending. When temptation is everywhere, loyalty feels like restriction. And when freedom looks unlimited, commitment feels like prison. Men are raised to chase, not to stay from childhood. Men are taught to chase success, chase money, chase women, chase validation. But no one teaches men how to stay. No one teaches them how to protect a relationship, how to sit with boredom, how to choose peace over excitement, how to resist attention when it feels good. Movies glorify the player. Songs praise the heartbreakers. Social media celebrates options. So when a man finally gets attention, he doesn't see responsibility. He sees proof. Proof that he is wanted. Proof that he is valuable. Proof that he still has power, and power is addictive. The ego problem, loyalty requires humility. But 2026 feeds ego, likes, followers, compliments, messages, eyes watching. A man starts believing, I deserve more. I can do better. I'm not meant to settle. I have options. And slowly, respect turns into entitlement. Love turns into control. Commitment turns into a cage. Ego whispers, why stay loyal when you can explore? Why limit yourself when you're desired? Why settle when the world is watching you? And most men listen because ego feels good. Loyalty feels heavy. Men are more lonely than ever. Here's the part nobody talks about. Men are lonely, not physically, emotionally. They don't feel understood. They don't feel appreciated. They don't feel safe expressing weakness. So they hide behind strength. They hide behind jokes. They hide behind silence. When a woman finally makes them feel seen again, heard again, wanted again, they mistake attention for connection. They mistake validation for love. And they trade something real for something temporary. Not because they are heartless, but because they are starving. The world rewards desire, not discipline. In 2026, discipline is invisible. Nobody claps for loyalty. Nobody celebrates restraint. Nobody praises self-control. But desire is loud. Desire gets views. Desire gets likes. Desire gets money. The world says, do what makes you happy. Follow your feelings. You only live once. But loyalty says, protect what you built. Honor what trusts you. Respect your word. And that voice is quiet because discipline doesn't look exciting, but betrayal does. Loyalty requires sacrifice. Loyalty costs something. It costs temptation. It costs curiosity. It costs fantasy. It costs ego. It means saying no when nobody would know. It means walking away when nobody would judge. It means choosing long-term peace over short-term pleasure. And sacrifice is uncomfortable. Modern men are taught to take, not to sacrifice. So when faced with temptation, they justify it. It's just a message. It doesn't mean anything. It was just one time. She'll never find out. But character is built in private, and loyalty is tested in silence. The fear of missing out, 2026, created a new disease. The fear of missing out. Men see other men with money, with women, with freedom, with status, and they start comparing. What if I'm settling too early? What if I could do better? What if I'm missing something? They forget that love is not found, it is built. They forget that loyalty is not luck, it is choice. They forget that every relationship becomes boring sometimes, but boring is not broken. Not all men are disloyal, but loyal men are rare. Let's be clear, not all men cheat, not all men lie, not all men betray, but loyal men are rare because loyalty requires emotional maturity, self-control, integrity, discipline, strength, and strength today is measured by attention, not character, by followers, not values, by options, not principles, by pleasure, not purpose. A loyal man in 2026 is swimming against the current. The truth no one wants to admit. Men don't fail at loyalty because they don't love. They fail because they lack identity. A man who knows who he is doesn't need validation. A man with purpose doesn't chase attention. A man with discipline doesn't follow temptation. But most men are still searching for themselves. And while searching, they destroy what they touch. The final truth. In 2026, loyalty is not dead. It is just expensive. It costs ego. It costs desire. It costs temptation. It costs choice. And only a strong man is willing to pay that price. Because loyalty is not about loving one woman. It is about respecting the man you claim to be.